Welcome to the Initiative Order. I am your GM for this morning, Billy Seguire. Thank you so much for joining us here for the fourth episode of our Nerds Dungeons and Dragons adventure, Restoring Harmony. Today's episode is titled The Candy Mountain Caper. Before we get into things and I introduce my players, let's give a quick shout out to our wonderful sponsors that help us help you. We do have discounts and more. Firstly, Session Zero Clothing, makers of amazing D&D inspired streetwear. If you use code ORDER at checkout, you will get 15% off your basket. Next up is Norse Foundry, makers of beautiful artisan dice. Use code TIO15 for, 15% off your order. Well done if you figured that out. Next, Roaming Player Gear. With the code Carnaby20, you get 20% off your dice tower and tray combo set. And lastly, we have the wonderful Myth Roll Armory, creators of the Tin 20 and Sketch dice. If you use the code INITIATIVE, you get 10% off their whole website. Ooh, and there is one now. Mysteriously appearing nearly in focus. Now, before I turn things over to my players, I just want to remind you that we are proud ambassadors of Jaspers Game Day, a non-profit charity trying to raise awareness and help prevent teenage suicide. Please check out their website for details and assistance. Now, let me hand things over to today's solo player. Who do we have brave enough to take on the role of Pink the Rogue?
We have Royalty Know Why, the Rogue Pink player. Off the top of the head, hey everybody, it is the Royal Tut on all social media at Royalty Know Why. And usually I'm playing a gobbler here on the Initiative Order, but today I have fallen into the role, literally, of the Pink Rogue. And I'm very excited to start playing. So Billy, thank you for inviting us. And whatever else is going to happen, it's going to be very spontaneity.
It absolutely is. I am expecting nonsense or perhaps nerd sense.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, there's no other way to begin than getting started. Let's be absolute nerds. The City of Harmony is a lively metropolitan center, a focal point drawing together a hodgepodge of everything that makes this world a wondrous place to live. Across its varied landscape and population, one thing unites the city: its vibrant color. The legend of Harmony's founding tells of a magical spark that ignited the lands in spellbinding hues. Nobody knows the origin of the spark, but many have sought its source in the hopes of discovering the extent of its power. Recently, however, a strange phenomenon has shaken the citizens of Harmony. In the past few weeks, color outages have been reported throughout the city, with very few clues as to what might be causing them. This morning, Pink the Rogue wakes up to an unusually colorless day. Worried murmurings can already be heard outside of your room. As you look around, you notice a scrap of paper has slipped under your door. What do you do?
I glance at it with distrust. Just look down and immediately go, this definitely it's not something I made nor left. And I want to like take a moment to just listen to my surroundings to see if there's anything else that's suspicious about this. Maybe like if there's someone outside the door or anything like that.
Sure. Well, you have your room on the top floor of Mauve's Inn and Tavern. So you are hearing murmurings outside because it is sort of a busy spot. There are a lot of people that come around here, and you hear a lot of like, oh my goodness, what's the color? Oh my, where are the colors? And as you look around, probably the most suspicious thing is that the world is gray.
Gray tidings. All right, let's see what this is. And I bend down and I flip it over just to read it.
Okay, you flip it over and there's nothing on that side. It's a folded note.
Huh. They could have made this a lot easier if they just slipped it in on one side. And all right. Then I pick it up and I very carefully, because I'm a suspicious type of person. And I want to make sure nothing is like gonna shoot out or nothing powdery is in it. And I open it away from me first, and then I slowly turn it around.
Perfect. That was the reaction I wanted you to have. Nothing happens. It is just a note. And if you'd like to read it out loud, I've put it in the chat right here.
I know you are a nerd with a particular set of skills. Please meet me in the central marketplace this morning. If you are as good as they say, you will know how to identify me. Mr. Honeycutt. Oh boy, this is either a ransom note or a job. And I told myself I wouldn't be taking any more suspicious jobs, not after last time. But this color outage means desperate times. All right, Mr. Honeycutt. I'll find you.
All right, I'm assuming you're leaving your room now. And
I'm also locking my door.
Ooh, okay, absolutely. All right, you lock the door, tuck your key in your pocket. I'll let you add a room key to your inventory. Dangerous of me to just allow that, I'm sure. And as you go through, it's shades of gray and black. And in a very colorful world of Harmony, you're not used to this. Used to things being bright and colorful. So these shadows that you're walking through now, I'm not sure if you're able to navigate as well as you normally do. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, wait, hold on. Perception. Make sure that doesn't add anything. That is a 15.
A 15. Okay,
yeah.
So you are actually okay. You are able to see the room around you. You're able to see the staircase as you are making your way down the stairs. There is like another nerd who tumbles like, whoa, down the stairs beside you.
You really got to watch your step, buddy.
Yeah. You have the hand railing. And as you get to the bottom, you do see the dingy, dimly lit tavern, and you see Mauve at the bar there, who is the proprietor of Mauve's Inn and Tavern.
Mauve, we've had this conversation. I found this suspicious note. You're just letting anybody come in nowadays.
I'm sorry, I'm letting anybody come in to my place of business? Yes, I am. I have told you before, if you are looking for privacy, you need to get a place of your own.
Yes, but Mo, you what about the stairs and checking people before they just go into the doors? Like usually in the places that I've been to, I don't know if you've known, I've traveled around.
Well, so you say.
You got to check in here with you first.
Well, I'm sorry. Like I say, I'm trying to run an establishment here. I'm currently the only one working. We're short-staffed, and I'm sorry, Pink.
You know what? You're right.
I'm at the I'm at the end of an 8-hour shift right now.
Yep.
Which is weird for the morning, I know, but we are an all-night establishment. It was a heck of a party last night.
You're right. I came in hot. I came in hot, Mo. You know what? I apologize. How about this? Go in the back and give me that hot milk that I like.
The hot milk?
The hot milk.
Of course, I will get you the hot milk.
I appreciate it.
Mauve goes back and she goes back and coaxes the heated cow to get that nice steamy milk right fresh from the cow's udder itself, and hands it to you steaming and frothing.
You just the way I like that extra froth on the top, Mauve. That's what I really like. We can start the morning off correctly now.
All right, yeah, I'm glad. I already see it lightening up your face.
Oh,
and as we say that, the colors are sort of resaturating the room as you sit and drink your drink, and there's a visible everyone is a little more relaxed and calmed down as those colors return to the world.
Oh, we solved it, Mo. All we need is just some warm, hot milk. Whichever one you need, just warm, hot milk. And then look at the world. Look how happy everybody is now.
Oh, if only it were that easy, Pink. I really wish it was.
Never know until we try. Who wants some hot milk? I just started looking around.
I'll take a hot milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. You buying?
You know what? Yeah, let's put it on the tab. Let's put it on the tab, everybody.
We're putting it on this tab. We're putting it on this tab. Putting it on this tab.
And then I start walking away as they're being handed out.
Yeah, and you just see as you're going, Mauve gives you this look. And you head out into the crowded marketplace. Mauve's Inn and Tavern is in a very central location in the city of Harmony. The marketplace is alive with the buzzing of stalls, of people going to and fro to buy and sell. There's a lot of trade happening, especially right now. The color has just come back. You can sense maybe like people have been inside from a rainstorm. They're coming back out now.
So, given I've been in this market a few times now, I want to find my favorite shadow corner and just observe and just watch, the usual suspects, the people that I know. Oh, there's Fred. Yep. Always selling bread right there. Okay, that's good. Oh, there's Maeve. Maeve has the best jars of honey, that Maeve. And I want to see if I could pick people out that don't usually visit the area.
Sure. I would absolutely allow you to do that. Can you roll me 2d8s?
Oh.
Tell me the numbers separately.
The numbers were not ready for that. That's a 10. What is this? This is my 8. All right. Find one that looks exactly like that. Here we go. Tell you the numbers separately?
Yes.
I have a 7 and a 2.
7 and a 2. So the first character that you see wandering through these stalls is one of the largest citizens of Harmony that you have seen here. Still of medium build, but just pushing that envelope to large. And you as a small character very much are looking up at this half giant in a floral print shirt wandering through the stalls. And
this guy's certainly not the one that's usually here.
And he's going. He just appears to be shopping right now. The second person you see is a gray-haired man, fairly bookish, um, wringing his hands back and forth, and he's looking around near the stall of honey. And you see him. He stands there. He stands there for a little bit, and then he starts walking off.
So I want to stealthily follow this guy.
Sure. Roll me a stealth check.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's an easy 26.
Whoa, okay. Not only does this gray-haired man not see you, I feel like nobody in this marketplace sees you with a 26. What route are you taking to follow him?
I am on top of the market, the stalls.
Yeah.
But I'm not standing straight up. It's kind of like I'm crawling and creeping.
Perfect.
And each little jump, you just see like a shadow go.
Cool. And it's just these little flicks as you go from stall to stall. You know, fresh fish, fresh fish. It's your. So you're being absolutely stealthy, absolutely not seen. Roll me a perception check to make sure that you are able to follow him, because you were really good at that stealth.
That's a nat 20.
A nat 20! Absolutely!
It's a good start.
You are laser trained your eyes on this man. And as you walk past, you eventually come with him as he goes into a coffee shop. And that's where he's inside now. So you do lose him right there, but you know where he is in this coffee shop. And actually, he got an at 20, so he sits near the window inside. Okay. So you even kind of have an idea of where he is in there. But you would have to lose your stealth to go approach him.
All right, well, I go in. And first I go buy something. I don't want to look too direct with this guy. I want to look like a customer because he has no idea that I'm in there. So I go up and I was like, yes, I'd like to have a lemon pound cake if you got it.
Yeah, well, I got a lemon ounce cake. I don't know if we can spare a whole pound for you here.
You know what? I'll take an ounce.
An ounce,
that's probably
okay.
Better for my glutes.
Yeah, get it. You got to watch the gluten. So you pull this. He's a very old man running the counter there. Friendly eyes, but okay. Here we go. Let's get you sliced up here. That of course that'll be 3 gold.
Well, before we do any of that, you see that gentleman sitting by the window?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I did say he's very old, so let's roll a quick perception check to see if he does. The lady?
You know what?
The lady in the banana hat over there?
My eyes have failed me. It seems like you got a better sight than I do. Yes, that's who I meant. She actually told me she paid for this earlier.
Roll me a persuasion.
Is that one of mine? I think that... Ooh, it is. Ooh. Oh, wait. It's a nat 1 with a 5.
a nat 1. And actually, I forgot to do this. While you were... stealthing before, and when you got laser trained on this older man, the world itself got brighter and the colors more saturated. But right now, when you just got this one to persuade, it is as if
oh no.
another power outage occurs here. Oh, not again! And he gets frustrated and goes off to the back as if it's like to fiddle or work with something, and leaves that ounce cake there on the counter.
All is well that ends well. And I pick it up and I sit opposite behind the old man, or the guy with the gray hair.
Okay. The gray-haired man, you see he has a one of those just a cup of espresso, a very small cup of coffee, and he's just there sipping it and reading a book. Every now and then he does sort of look out at the window and look at his watch.
Do I know the book?
The book is roll me a D100.
Oh boy!
Oh!
That is an 88.
An 88. You see the cover. He's reading a book called The Knight's Embrace. It's a book about primordial titans of legend and myth.
Oh, Knight's Embrace. You said it's a book about primordial titans?
Primordial titans, other like legends and myths. The book, roll me a history check, and I might tell you one more thing about this book.
History, on the other hand, I know nothing of. So here we go. That's an 8.
An 8? It looks like it's about history.
Okay,
with me. Right. That's all I can give you.
Then I will say, oh yeah, I remember reading that book, the one about the Titans, right? But I say in a way where it catches his attention, but I don't want him to know that I'm talking to him directly yet.
Okay, you see here, he perks up and sort of like, does that casual like look as you do look at back when we went out in public to maybe see someone who has said something interesting, but he doesn't reach out to you yet.
Don't turn around. You must be Mr. Honeycutt, I presume.
That would be my name.
Well, it seems
would I be right in assuming that you are Mr. Pink?
Well, then you are incorrect. I am Mr. Fuchsia.
Fuchsia?
But you didn't hear that from me.
Right. Right. Am I still not supposed to be looking at you, laddie?
Nope, we're gonna keep this meeting nice and secret. In fact, you see the napkins next to you? I want you to pick them up and really examine them.
Okay, and he moves the book to the side and starts looking at a napkin in the same way.
Good, just keep it casual.
All right, this is far less suspicious than reading a book. You're really good at this.
I've been trained with the finest degree of secrecy.
Right. Well, that is why I reached out to you. I was really hoping to find somebody who could perhaps infiltrate a group of ne'er-do-wells to help save all of Harmony.
Well, then my first question to you is, how do I know you're not one of these ne'er-doers?
I don't know if this will mean anything to you. L pin off of his lapel, and he puts it on the table beside him. Not looking at you. Just if you look over his shoulder, you can see it. And we need to find what's called the Coral Gem. It's a society that the society. It's a gem. The society. Sorry, I'm not used to doing this subterfuge. We've kept it for safekeeping centuries ago in the catacombs under Candy Mountain. The old candy busting mine that is long abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
However, we think a different group might be going after it already, and we don't want to send anybody in directly to pick it up.
So you're sending me to infiltrate the other group or go by myself?
It's sincerely, it's up to you. We're used to doing things in the shadows, but more on our own. The fact that there's another group now that is in the way is a new feature for us. We don't know what we're doing about it. We're hoping that maybe somebody who is a little more used to the cut and go of it, these scenarios. We're asking for someone from the underworld to help us out.
Ah. Okay. So to paraphrase, you're usually used to working in the shadows. Is that correct?
But not like the shadows. More like the shadows the dusty old parts of a library shadows.
Oh, the politics.
In a way. Look, we're just used to be a lot more secret than we were, to be quite honest.
Well, showing me that lapel is very, very culty, but I believe in your justification that you're going for something more positive in life.
We're trying. He's sweating right now. He is uncomfortable with any of this. You get the sense that maybe the Lorekeeper Society started out with a more capable group of perhaps rogues and secret keepers, but as the bookkeeping goes on through the centuries, you end up with more bookkeepers than practical people, and Honeycutt seems like one of those.
So, Mr. Honeycutt, before I take this task, I don't know if you know anything about me as far as my full services, but I have to let you know that there is a negotiation fee. Up front is just a small fee of 5 pieces of gold.
5 gold.
Yeah.
We can probably work something like that out. Accountants be fine, and I have been authorized. We do have something else that we would like to gift you if you do complete this job. We didn't expect you to do it for free.
I don't do anything for free, sir. What is this other item you speak of?
Have you heard of an item known as the Gloves of Thievery?
And I do show an excited face, like, ooh, like I just did.
Yeah.
But I immediately go, I may have heard of this.
We have access to such a relic from an older member of our society. We would be willing to pass them on to you if you were to accomplish this task for us. It's very important that we recover the coral gem.
It's interesting that you say it's very important. Should this recovery of the gem be so important, why not hand over the Gloves of Thievery now? Make the job more easier for me to accomplish this.
Even for a bookkeeper like myself, I understand the concept of a carrot on a stick.
Oh, that may be true, but I, as you said, am one of the most professional, masterful people you've ever wanted to contact for such job. In which case, you know that I am also a man of my word, that once a job is done, it is done.
You're going to roll a persuasion against his insight.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a 21.
Ooh, against a 14.
You want the base? The base is a 17.
Okay. No. I mean, no. You're good. These were our totals. He nods. He pulls out a small satchel, and he lays it on the back of his chair. He pulls out some gold and he puts it on the table as if he's paying for his food. But there's a little more there than you would expect for a cup of coffee. And he stands up, and as he stands up, he looks not towards you, but towards like the back wall a little bit. Best of luck. And he walks out.
So I take I do pick up the satchel, and
nice.
I want to look in it to make sure this deal is a deal.
You open it and you see a pair of gloves in there, and they are the Gloves of Thievery. While wearing them, you have a +5 bonus to dexterity or to sleight of hand checks, and dexterity checks made to pick locks.
He says a +5 to.
Do I got that right? That's real high.
Oh boy.
I think I do. I think I just.
Oh yeah, no, I'm looking at it. While wearing them, you gain a +5 to dexterity, sleight of hand checks, and dexterity checks made to pick locks.
Well, I should have made that harder for you, but let's see. All right. However, all you know is that this is something that needs to be done. You have the tools, but not necessarily the information.
Yeah, he did straight up just walk out before. All right, then I snatch up the gloves. I snatch up. Is that 5 gold? Did he also leave?
Yeah,
5 gold?
he left you the 5 gold as agreed.
I snatch up the 5 gold and I place 3 of it on the counter by the old man. And I burst out the door and I go, Mr. Honeycutt.
Yes.
Where do I start? Where am I going? You left in such a hurry. You didn't even mention.
Right. Oh, I'm very sorry about that. Yes. Well, I mean, I did mention that it was hidden in Candy Mountain. I did mention that there is a nefarious group. I don't know much about them to tell you how to identify them. I mean, you have heard of Candy Mountain, yes? And he gestures towards the mountain that hangs over the town.
The giant candy. Okay. Yes, I've heard of it. Just, is there anyone that could maybe... Is there a guide I could have, or maybe someone to help? Do you have a dog, perhaps I could follow the trail should I get lost or anything?
Did you look in the satchel?
I'm gonna open the satchel again.
And you now that you move the gloves a little bit, you see that there is also a map in there that does show a way through a side entrance through Harmony, a tunnel that leads to Candy Mountain. If you don't want to go up, the main path, this is a side way to get there.
All right, well, I take my leave, sir.
Again, I wish you luck. And you're here in the middle of the marketplace still, as people mill around about you.
So I disappear back to a shadow, and I make my way to the mountain.
Okay, make a stealth check.
I just want to say I'm nailing the 17s. That puts it at 24.
Oh, but 24, yeah. So you again with precision and focus of a nerd who knows what they're doing. With 24, yeah, you sidestep anybody else who might bother you, and you make your way to, what does it say? Yeah. Specifically, as you look on the map, it shows a fake wall near the central marketplace, and that's the entrance to the tunnel. You come here next to this wall, and it does appear to you to just be a wall. So you don't know quite how to activate the tunnel.
So on this map, is there any like clues or hints or any instructions on how to open this thing?
It does show sort of the bricks on the wall. You're not sure if it's just like the way the bricks are drawn, but some of them are blacked out.
So I go to it and I kind of like very slowly with my nose kind of like push on it, apply some pressure on each of the blacked out ones.
On the blacked out ones, sure. So they move a little bit. And you hear a distinctive click. And if you apply a little more pressure to it, you realize this wall will rotate now a little bit on its central axis.
So as I do so, as I apply the pressure, I go boom 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 boom, just to give that extra pressure on.
Perfect. Roll me a stealth again.
Oh no, it's an 8.
An 8. And now a perception.
Oh. Perception, that is a 13.
A 13. All right, you don't feel like you've been super sneaky, but other than, just some regular market dwellers looking at you like, what are you doing over there? You're not sure if you see anybody specific that has spied you.
Mm-hmm.
But now you are here. Let me just pull up. Yeah, so what you see here is a dark tunnel that leads east under Harmony. It's about 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, and roughly hewn from dirt and rock. And it goes on for a good ways. You can't actually see the end of it right now because Candy Mountain is a bit of a ways off to the east.
Then I wanna light one of my, hopefully I have a torch. Yeah. Ignite one of my torches. Okay. And I just lean it in first.
Yeah.
I'm checking for traps. I'm checking for anything that's dangerous.
What you see is a series of holes in the walls and ceiling. They're too small for you to crawl into. A nerd is fairly bulbous, but they're big enough to be concerning.
All right, then I bring the torch back and I check the walls again. See if there's and I go, well, obviously the switch for safety wouldn't be on the entrance side. He says about 50 to 100. That is an 11.
An 11. So you have your torch in your hand, and you are kind of really like around to make sure you don't go near them. As you go through, there is like this little like a lot of chittering and scratching as you go through, dancing your way, keeping the beat.
And I'm hearing this.
You're hearing the skittering.
Maybe this wasn't exactly what I thought. I don't think it's going to be a spiky thing, but more of a crawly thing. And now I start to move a little bit more slower, and like very, very like again with the stealth.
Sure.
Very slowly and precisely.
So you're moving to stealth this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me the stealth check then.
20, but not natural.
20, but not natural. Okay. You're going through the tunnel very, very sneakily. You're still hearing this scritching and scratching, and in your torchlight, as you pass one set of the holes, you see something pale and glistening that darts past you just beyond your light, and goes into what?
Glance behind me, just to see if there's anything back there. But with my short sword, the hilt kind of grabbed. Oh, my swords, by the way, are they're behind my back.
Okay.
In like a very ninja assassin type of way. So there's a handle on my right and a handle on my left. So as I'm slowly turning around, I'm using my foot to kind of ready it just in case I need to flip this thing open.
Sure. Ready. So you would kind of like kick your swords out and then grab them is kind of the way it would go?
Yeah, it's almost as if my left foot's in the front, and as I'm turning over my right side, my right heel is coming up towards the left handle.
Okay.
So once I kick it, it can actually like do like a fan slice behind me.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're watching your front and your back. I get it. I get what you're doing there. You don't see anything behind you.
And then I also take a slow look up, but I'm still moving. I'm just checking my all around.
Okay. So I'd say you're in here for a while and you're being very attentive. Roll me a perception at advantage.
It is a 13.
A 13. Even at advantage, eh? I guess it's dark in here. You are continuing to hear this breathing, this chittering. I'd say because you're in here for so much longer, you even hear a it smells good.
Then out of desperation, if I have like some sugar in my bag,
okay,
I get the sugar out and I kind of like make it really dusty and powdery.
Yes.
And I drop a whole bunch behind me in hopes to whatever, if there is something following me that I hear, it distracts it to give me a little bit more of a gap in between the distance.
Cool. I like this. So you're like laying out this like a line of sugar, or
no, it's a clump.
It's a clump.
Pile.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do that, and you continue walking away from it down the tunnel. And as you walk, you hear a Do you turn around?
No, I keep going.
Okay. Yeah.
And this time, I put down that lemon ounce cake because I didn't finish it. But I also implant one of my daggers in the middle, and I keep going.
Okay. Daggers in the middle. Let's it's just your dagger. You're not doing an attack or anything. Con save?
For me or for you?
No. For because as you hear this sort of like padded like as whatever this is has eaten that pound cake a little too fast and has now gotten your dagger in its mouth.
Ow.
So I ignite my torch again, and I turn around.
Yeah.
And I would say, what say you? I'm like 30, 50 feet away from it now.
Yes, I would say 30 feet is appropriate because you were like keeping like around ahead of it. That would be perfect.
And I lean the torch towards it, and I'm trying to make out whatever it was that I just heard.
What you see is this sort of this slimy mottled goblin with yellow eyes, long hooked claws, and the clearest thing, a dagger in right up into the top of its palate, right there. And it's like it's trying to like hairball it up.
Well, hello, little friend. Yeah, you shouldn't always eat things you find off the floor or in dark caves. Now, I can help you if you promise to not to do anything against me.
Because this thing is so feral, give me an animal handling check.
Oh no. Do I know anything about animals? I do not. No, I got an 8.
An 8. An 8.
Yo.
Roll initiative.
Oh no. It is 14.
14. Okay, so you see it start to like pad towards you, but mechanically you are going first.
All right. So as it approach, I spin around and I use my right heel to activate. It's again with the fan kick. So each of my attacks, as I step down, it does a little slice towards this thing with my short sword.
All right, give me an attack roll as you go up and slice it.
All right, hold on a second. Short sword, boom. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 hits. A 12 hits this thing, this emaciated goblin.
So that is 8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. And can you do me a favor? Can you roll me your damage one more time for the dagger actually getting
oh yeah,
in its mouth?
That is a 7.
A 7 and 8. You knock this thing out. This is a weak little cave goblin.
Oh no.
And I mean, I don't know whether or not I think it's safe to say that I think as you're like spinning with your swords, the very like kick that you give it, you're just like, and you see it really clearly now. It's this very like thin, sticky goblin. There's almost like a film of something on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want to investigate it further.
I do.
Cool.
Yeah. I want to take some rope. I want to like cut some of it up and kind of bind its feet and hands, and then I want to see what more about this thing.
Sure. So roll me an investigation.
14.
As you're investigating it, you like maybe like open its eyes and you see that they are like very yellowed with these very like large black pupils there, that you haven't really seen on a goblin before, and its whole exterior, as you get like closer and actually examine it, it's sort of covered in this like sticky honey.
Well,
but it's also it's very old. Like it's sort of the remnants of honey that once coated it.
I want to wipe the honey off and kind of clean it up a little bit.
Okay.
And I would like to patch up the goblin.
Wonderful. Do you have anything specific for that, or are we just going to do a medicine check?
Nope, I have nothing. We can just do a regular old medicine check.
Okay, give me that. We'll see what we can do there.
Do I have anything for that? That is nope. That's an 8.
An 8. You know what? I will say it's not great. So it's not like you really like restore him to much health, but I will let him like wake up, and you've gotten this honey cleaned off of him, and you see his eyes, like the yellow more turns to white now. The sweetness. Must have more.
No. You are an addict. You are an addict to the sweetness, and I'm gonna get you some help. I am now your sponsor. We're gonna take care of you.
It's a taste. Just a taste. And you can see he's like licking the hands that you have already washed the honey off of.
I saved your life. I healed you up, but I cannot trust you yet. So you're going to remain bound, hands only. I will allow you to walk. And I tie the rest of I untie his feet, but I tie the rest of it like around his waist as a leash. And
Sure,
I need you to guide me through this cave you seem to know so well. And should you be considered a companion, maybe I'll give you some more of this sweet honey I've gathered off of you.
Slurmy knows these caves. But I will need you to roll me a persuasion now. Now you've actually gotten more humanity out of this goblin.
Oh boy, that is a 16.
A 16. Slurmy looks at you and nods, seemingly trying to calm down. And he leads you at first into one of the small little holes.
Whoa. And I remind me of his name again?
Slurmy.
Slurmy. We're just gonna
Slurmy uses these holes.
well, Slurmy, fuchsia does not fit.
Oh,
We have to go down the long path.
Fuchsia needs to lose weight.
Fuchsia is considered girthy amongst his people. I don't, muscular is what we really say. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Down the long path, and I give
the long path.
Yeah. Give a quick
And
jerk.
he leads you through, and as you walk down the tunnel, he does stop you at one point and points at the ground ahead where there is this like large pit trap in the middle of the floor.
Mm.
And he takes you along the sides of it. And he takes you as around some like crumbling, difficult terrain. And you reach the other end of the cave, which has a staircase leading up. This is out of the tunnels.
Slurmy, you did such a great job. You'd think you and I could be considered friends.
Well, you are the first one that Slurmy hasn't eaten.
And you are the first one I've actually brought back to life.
We could be friends. Friends, yes. A different sweetness.
Now, Slurmy, you see, I'm looking for something dear to me. Something my family has lost. Yeah, something that kind of matches the color as you see. Well, or don't see. Do you know of anything of a pinkish coralish fuchsia type? Maybe a stone.
He's you can tell he's really like, it's been a while since this sort of higher thinking has happened with Slurmy, so he's really trying to get to it. Yes, it's in here. And he crawls up like all fours up the stairs, kind of bounding up the stairs.
I follow.
Okay. Let me just find which one that comes out in. Well, what I will say is that you follow and you come out, and away from this like roughly hewn staircase and stuff, you do start to see more actual mining equipment, and maybe some some hard helmets, some heavy jackets, and you've realized that you are now in the mine proper, away from the secret tunnel, as Slurmy brings you through this door into the room. And that's where we'll take our break, before you get into the tunnel proper. Or the mine proper, rather. You're through the tunnel. Hello! Where we last left off, Pink the Rogue had infiltrated the mine under Candy Mountain by way of a secret tunnel, and his new companion, Slurmy. You are now in an area of the mine. This area has assorted rubble and junk scattered about. The cavern wall has crude hack marks on it, as if somebody has been wildly swinging at it with a pickaxe. This is the mine.
Now, Slurmy, before we go any further, I think we made some decent time back there. We're probably ahead of anyone that's trying to go after the same thing. Let's take a break. We need a little short rest, at least for you. You know, let's let you catch your breath. I'm fine, but let's let you catch some health, maybe some refreshments. Let's sit here and talk for a little bit. How long have you been in here?
In the tunnels ever since I couldn't get any more of the sweetness.
Now, is it hard to get some of this sweetness, Slurmy?
Used to be. We used to get it from the spider, but this is gone now. The spider left. Now we're scattered. Don't know where it went.
Slurmy, you shouldn't have to scavenge and forage for sweetness. I could provide on a daily all the sweetness you could imagine. Would you like that?
Oh, sweet pink. Sweet pink.
No, it's fuchsia.
Sweet. Oh.
Yeah.
Fuchsia.
In fact, all of my dearest friends, they call me Fuchsia.
Oh. But you're pink.
Oh, yes. I know I do appear to be pink. But as the time has changed, you know, Slurmy, you in fact, you are not always having to scavenge for your honeys and your sweet. And the time has changed with pink as well, that I no longer wish to be considered amongst the pinks. I would like to be considered fuchsia. It's a little bit stronger, don't you think?
It is stronger, yes. And you chose it. Yes.
And now I want to choose you to be a sidekick of sorts.
Slurmy will work with fuchsia.
And I hand him a pickaxe.
Okay, and Slurmy takes the pickaxe.
And a little mining helmet, and I put it on him.
Yes, absolutely.
You look stronger already, Slurmy.
Yes. This feels right.
Now, Slurmy, I know I probably should have done this a long time ago, but would you say I've gained your trust?
Yes.
And for the moment, you've gained mine. And I take my dagger out and I finally free his hands.
And he holds the pickaxe in his hands now. He holds it in both hands. And he looks at you and he smiles. And he raises it above his head and wildly runs to the wall and starts pickaxing.
Oh, whoa, Slurmy. No, wait, hey. We're not miners, Slurmy.
We are miners.
No. We're something more. Remember, stronger? We are.
What is stronger than a miner?
And I contemplate.
I'm just saying they have pickaxes and literally
Yeah.
destroy mountains. That's pretty strong.
We could be excavators.
For the big machines.
But first, we find the things we're looking for and we excavate those.
Yes.
And once that's done,
Excavate those.
you get sweets. But we must do this carefully, stealthily. Okay?
Sneaky.
All right. Let's continue. And I'm hoping this time that we've had to like take a little break have made you feel a little bit better, maybe a little bit stronger, maybe a bit more recovered from earlier.
The roof of my mouth feels better. and yeah, he looks strong. He looks full. And he adjusts the little mining hat, puts the pickaxe on his back.
Let's go, Slurmy.
All right. You exit that secret area. You're into the main mine shaft. The passageways here still it's roughly hewn and of a regular height and width. It is a mine. Along the tunnels are glittering bits of delicious rock candy that was mined here in the long days past. You see Slurmy maybe reach out a little bit. Just to lick the wall a little bit.
Do the blueberries taste like blueberries? Do the snozberries taste like snozberries?
And you do see, I believe, four other passageways leading out. Three of them are similarly like roughly hewn mining areas, and one of them is more straight and built up and has stairs that seem to lead up even further. So you have four options. We'll call them B, D. If you came out in tunnel A.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say B, C, and D are your options, and then like E is the way out. Is that straight one that leads out from the mine? Does that make sense?
Which one you said E leads out?
Yeah,
like the opening. Which one has the staircase?
That's E. The staircase one is the one that like leads out to the out of the mine proper, not through the secret tunnel. It's the way you would have come in if you came just through the front of the mine. Okay.
And can you describe B, C, and D again?
Sure. B, C, and D. It's the same as the one you're coming out of, shaft A. All of these shafts seem like they are, like where a group of miners were going, like to dig in different directions into the mountain. There's nothing really that distinguishes one from the other than like location.
Then I'm checking for which path has maybe the freshest footprints.
Even though this roll an investigation.
Do I have anything for that? I don't. But I got a nat 20.
A nat 20! All of the like colorful rock candies like literally glow in here and illuminate it a little bit more. And wow, you are knocking it out of the park with the nat 20s. Absolutely. You see, of B, C, and D, there are fresh footprints that go like all over it, even though it's an abandoned mine. It does appear that somebody has been here recently. But the middle shaft C, does have the like freshest tracks, and you do kind of hear some voices. You hear a little bit of like it's farther down and echoing, so you can't really tell what they are.
Now, Slurmy, I need you to do as I do, walk as I walk,
Okay.
in stealth as I stealth. And we get along the wall of C, and we slowly start tiptoeing and making our way through this tunnel.
Okay. Cool. Make me a perception check.
That is a 14.
A 14 is exactly what you needed. On the ground on this tunnel is a thin piece of wire that stretches all the way across.
Yeah. Slurmy, be careful. Look, you see, there are traps.
Right. I don't like traps. I like to make traps. I don't like it. I don't like to get caught in traps.
Oh, this is useful information, Slurmy. In case that comes up, we might need you to make a quick trap for us. Not now. But do you have the capability of maybe disarming a trap?
Oh, and he pulls out his wrinkled little hands, and he. And would you like him to try to disarm the trap?
Well, first I wanna see if I could follow where this is activated, like what happens if this thing is cut, whether it's something that falls down or something that shoots out, something that
sure,
like the old rake, you step on the rake and a pole comes up.
Yep. So now that you're looking, you follow it, and you follow the wire does lead up to a net that's on the ceiling here that has a bunch of old cans sewn into it, like a bunch of old tomato soup cans and bean cans and pop cans. What else comes in a can?
Whoa, Slurmy. Let's not cut it. We can use this to our advantage, perhaps for later.
Okay.
And I want to carefully step over it.
Okay.
Still on the wall.
You see it, so you're able to.
Yeah. And then I'm still looking for any more that might come our way as we continue down this tunnel.
Okay. So there aren't any others.
Okay.
You go through. Are you still stealthing?
Yep.
Okay. Roll me stealth check. I want to make sure this is going well.
Another nat 20, baby.
Oh my goodness! It is bright and it is a like Lisa Frank amount of color in here. As you enter the room, and you actually see two kobolds who have their hands up to their eyes because it is so bright in here because of all that. So they're literally covering their eyes as you enter the room. Gee, no! And you enter. You see two kobolds that are standing in front of this large chest, and one kobold on the ground. Gee, no! What do you do when you first enter?
Is that a total of 3 kobolds?
3 kobolds. Two are up covering their eyes. One is on the ground, appears to be unconscious.
And is this what else is in this room? Is there any other entrances or exits? Was this a one way in, one way out type of situation?
Yeah, each of these mine shafts is their own, well, except for the one that was the secret tunnel, is their own shaft that ends in a dead end. And they are here, and other than the general mining equipment that is around, the main thing seems to be this large chest that they are standing near, and maybe some other lights and stuff they've put in this room so they can see.
Is there a maybe a piece of rock that I can hide behind to listen in on the conversation?
Yes. Yes.
That's where I'm headed. Yep.
All right, and I'm going to let you do it with another roll because you got a nat 20 on that one. Gee. Cribbits, I can't believe you did this to us. Come on, Jeff. Anybody could have done that. They didn't know. They didn't know how to solve this blasted thing. Come on, we got all the time in the world here. We can figure this out. And they are kind of just standing near this box. Kick it a little bit. What, do you want to do it? I don't really want to do it. No, come on, do it. And the other kobold gets down and is going to try to unlock this chest. And as they're down there, a needle comes out. And they fall back unconscious as well. Okay. So that wasn't very good. And the kobold kind of walks back and forth, trying to figure out what to do. Is there anything you want to do here? So there's now one conscious kobold.
Okay, Slurmy.
Yes.
Do you trust me? Yes.
Yes.
I need you to continue to sneak around to the other side of this room.
Other side. Okay.
And while remaining hidden, because I don't want you in danger. If you think I'm in any danger, then you come out and you help me. Okay. But for the moment, I need you to make some noise when you get to the other side. And that last little cobalt,
okay,
I will deal with.
Okay.
In fact, the moment I'm gonna do a sneak attack. Oh, and the moment I do it, you jump out and you help me to take this guy down.
Okay.
All right.
So let's have Slurmy stealth over to the other side of the room. Able to do it. And then you two are like, you're looking at him because you know that he was going there. And he pulls out his pickaxe. And he hits the wall with a big ting. What was that? And the kobold looks over directly at Slurmy, where Slurmy is behind like some crates.
So I jump out and like real Batman style. Like as I jump, I'm just in the air. Not even Batman, Spider-Man, just up. And I turn around and I use my heel to flick my short blade again to do the spinning slash attack. To strike this guy behind him using sneak attack as well. Is that how that works? I've never been a rogue. So.
You've never been a rogue before? Oh, okay.
So is attack plus sneak attack?
Yeah, it is. Essentially, this is sneak attack. So roll an attack roll at advantage. And if it hits, you have an extra 1d6 to the damage.
I have a 19.
A 19. I'm pretty sure a 19 hits a kobold.
And then you said do the attack plus sneak?
Your damage plus an extra d6.
Which is, where is it at? That is an attack for 8.
For 8. And there are 3 unconscious kobolds in this room.
Slurmy, it's safe now. And I want to check the room. Do they have any weapons?
Do they have any weapons? Yeah. Two of them have daggers, and one of them has a sling.
Oh. Are they wearing any armor?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. Slurmy.
But you do see a large trench coat in the corner.
Just a coat, or is there a person attached to this trench coat?
What you see is a large coat and a sense of disappointment from me that you didn't see them in the trench coat earlier.
Oh, there's a guy in the trench coat?
No. If you had seen them in the marketplace, it would have been the three kobolds in the trench coat.
Oh. I see what you're saying. That's awesome.
Darn your natural 20 to find Mr. Honeycutt. Continue.
Now, this is what we call the gifts of war. You can have a pick between a sling or a dagger.
I think Slurmy reaches for the sling and puts a small rock in it and practices just throwing it against the wall where it explodes.
Oh, Slurmy, you are a great partner. And I emphasize partner because earlier I called him sidekick.
Yeah, so he's getting promotions.
Yeah. All right, now Slurmy, this next task, it's more dangerous than this kobold. I have to open this chest, but it's set with a trap. So unlike the kobolds here, if I go down, you wake me up immediately. And I give him what do I have? Oh, I give him my water skin.
Okay,
Slurmy, if I go down, you splash this on my face. Okay?
Yes.
All right. But keep a careful watch and ear of the surrounding. And then I'm going to the chest. I put on the the gloves of thievery on my feet.
Yes, you do. Yep.
And I say, yes. Wow, Mr. Honeycutt should have gave me slippers. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with. And I kick them up and they're just like flapping.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Very carefully. And I'm trying to pick the lock.
Okay. Roll me a sleight of hand check and add that +5 because of your gloves.
Oh, come on, baby. There's no way. That is a 21.
A 21.
Yeah.
You hear this wonderful click as all the pieces go into place. And you're able to lift up the chest where inside you see the coral gem.
Oh. Before I scoop it up, I Indiana Jones examine the chest. I'm looking like underneath for a pressure plate. I'm looking at the contents of the ceiling of the chest itself. I'm like touching the lining and everything, and I just want to make sure that was the only trap installed for this chest as I'm about to very carefully lift this up.
Give me a perception check.
That is a 19.
A 19. You do see inside the chest what the gem is sitting on does appear to be a little pressure plate there.
Based off of looking at this this gem, could I estimate how much it weighs?
I think you likely could.
And then I want to get some more rocks, gather up some rocks, put them. I'll rip off some of the trench coat to make like a little bag, and I want to do the little Indiana Jones switcheroo. Slur me. No noise or movement. Okay. Just I need to carefully watch this as I make this switch. No beads of sweat on the ground.
He's got both hands like on the chest, and he's leaning in, watching you do this.
So using the gloves again, I'm making the switch. I'm leaning in, and I move the gem off and place the stones on. Super like as soon as it's off, it's like instant.
Right. Give me the sleight of hand to show me you do that.
That is that 18.
18. Good. Not like miraculous as some of your other events today have been, but you are able to. You get this little like it starts to come up, but it doesn't come up, and you hold there for a minute. You have the gem.
So I stashed that in the satchel.
Yep.
Tight, very securely, even more around my waist. And then around my waist, and then I use some rope to tie the waist string to my shoulder, so it's like a double, like a seatbelt.
Right. Like it's very secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Slurmy. We can leave now.
Okay.
Let's very stealthily and quietly. Oh, I need the water skin back.
Okay.
Thank you. Very stealthily and quietly, as if we weren't even here. In fact, and I closed the chest again, and I wanna lock it back. Is that possible?
Sure. What would you need for that? Give me an intelligence check, perhaps. Yeah, because I feel like this is setting a trap. So
that is a 18.
18. That's great. And you absolutely are. You're there. You saw it go off, so you know how it's supposed to. You even maybe like grab some of the pins from like near the kobolds and set them back in. And you have it successfully relocked with a ripped trench coat bag full of rocks in there for whoever manages to unlock it.
We can leave now, but retrace your steps. And I want to and as you're retracing, dust your footprints away with whatever you have. So we basically just reverse everything.
Okay. And are you going back the way that you came?
It's the only way out, right?
Well, you came in through a secret entrance.
Oh.
There's still like the regular mine entrance. I don't know what you're feeling.
Yeah, now we're going back through the secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Absolutely. Cool. So yeah, we'll cut briefly to the two guards sitting outside being like, slow day. Yeah, I really thought that Honeycutt was gonna send someone else after it. Yeah, but you know, Rocco, we got it. Some days you just got it. And you and Slurmy make your way back to the marketplace in Harmony.
Now, Slurmy, this is the place of which I was telling you about. You know, I'm a big shot around here, and you know what, Slurmy? I'm gonna get you the best ounce cake you've ever tasted, better than the one that had the dagger in it.
Oh, that was a very unpleasant experience.
Well, let me make it up to you. First, we shall get rewards, and I take him back to the coffee shop.
Yeah. Because he's very he has not been in civilization for a long time, so so looking around at everything. And you go into the coffee shop. What do you do first here? On the
I immediately get that lemon ounce cake. Two, sir. Yeah, we're celebrating. My companion here has came back to the light.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful to see that. Are you having anything to drink?
You know, Mauve usually has the best hot milk, but I would bet 2 gold pieces of coin that you have better hot milk than Mauve.
And he goes back into the room where the cow is just chilling in a hot tub back there. Just get it nice and warm and spicy, and is able to come out, and you have 2 nicely bubbled. It's a bubble tea, hot milk. You got some boba in there.
This is actual boba, right? This isn't anything.
Well, it's nothing to do with the cow. Don't worry. This is
just making sure. Yeah. Here you go. And I slap up on the table 7 gold pieces. Wow.
Ooh. Nice. And you got 2, right?
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay, you got 2. So you sit down. You have your hot milk and your ounce cake. Slurmy takes a sip of that wonderful milk. Well, that is wonderful. Oh, I have not had a drink in so long. Thank you.
The magic of the hot milk, it does wonders. So earlier, it made some color come back, and now look at you.
I can really tell. That helps very much with that. Yep. That's wonderful.
There you go. Yeah.
And around this time is when you see the man who you recognize, Mr. Honeycutt, enter the cafe. Nods around. He very intentionally looks to the right of you and nods at nobody and goes and without ordering anything just sits at a table not looking at you.
Oh, Honeycutt. Come on.
Oh,
get over
okay.
here.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Get over here. Come on.
Right. And he goes and he sits at the. I guess you're sitting at the bar at the coffee shop, and he sits on the stool next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want him sitting next to Slurmy.
Okay. So it goes you, Slurmy, Honeycutt.
Yeah.
Hello, Slurmy. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Goblin boy.
And I'm sipping my milk. Now, Mr. Honeycutt, man, I like to think that in our earlier conversation, there was a hint of doubt in your voice, and I, not even looking at him, just
Well, there's been a lot of struggle for some of us to retain these gems, and it hasn't always gone. People haven't come back with extra lives, really, with extra for people. They've been coming back with less.
You have a bad habit of giving out information that just makes it more of a perilous situation than I originally thought.
In what way?
Well, you're now informing me that there are other gems and that people struggle to get theirs. Is that correct to say?
That would be correct. Yes, that's an accurate description of what's occurred.
Well, my companion and I managed to do so very unscathed. But given that there are one, more gems that you failed to let me know of, and two, that you are aware of others that have attempted to gather these gems, you didn't want to invite them in the procurement of mine. Well, that's going to run you up another 5 pieces of gold. Right, Slurmy?
Right. It's like all boba at the bottom here. There's no more milk.
I know. Can we get a toothpick for the boba? I like a tooth. I like to pick mine out.
Oh man, gives you some toothpicks that you and Slurp can. It's very sweet.
It's the sweetest Slurmy. This is so good. Mr. Honeycutt, whenever you're ready. I have said procurements.
He pulls out his satchel and he drops the coins there next to you for the good of harmony. And perhaps you're right. Perhaps I have been not running this as efficiently as I possibly could. But we are doing our best, and I assure you, when if it comes to a mission of a dangerous caliber, we will be calling on you again.
Well, just be prepared. And as I pull out the gem, be prepared that calling on me again might mean a higher wage. And I slide it over to him.
And you drive a hard bargain, but Mr. Pink,
Fuchsia.
You're worth it. No. Before you say that, Slurmy looks over at him and says, "It's fuchsia." And that's where we'll end the episode.
You see that, Slurmy? We call that supply and demand plus leverage.
He's taking furious notes. And we have completed the Candy Mountain Caper, which you have made occur in a different way than I expected at several points today. Very happy to have Slurmy now as part of the crew. We'll figure out what I'm doing with the voice, but wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching our show today, everybody. Before we go, let me hand it over to my player. Where can people find you if they want to follow you for more?
I am on all social media at Royalty Know Why. My name is Lee Royal, and usually here on every other Sunday, I'm playing a goblin, an axe artist goblin named Narabso. That is Osborn backwards, inspired by Norman Osborn from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. So if you want to hear more about the shenanigans on that, tune in tomorrow when we come and play our episode 8 or 9. I don't remember. I lost count. And then on Instagram, I'm a cosplayer as well. Get ready to see some father-son Spider-Man type of cosplays. And then I just did father-daughter dance with my daughter yesterday. So those pictures are also coming out, and they're super cute and adorable. Fall in love with my whole family over there.
Yeah, I saw your Spider-Man photos, and they rule. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If people want to find me, I'm on social media. I'm at Billy Seaguire on Instagram and at the Billy Seaguire on Twitter. I also stream. I'm going to be here on Wednesday night in Nicest Contention. I believe it's this week Wednesday. If not, it's every other Wednesday. Yes, it is. I'm getting a note. It is this Wednesday. And also, we are continuing these Nerds adventures on Saturday mornings. And if you'd like to really support me, I wrote a book last year, which you can find at obversebooks.co.uk. It's the Black Archive number 54 Dalek, where I look at the 2005 episode Dalek and look at it from just a variety of critical angles. Thank you all so much. And remember to check out our schedules on social media for all the shows we have here on The Initiative Order.